Welcome everyone to episode 4 here on my Minecraft Realms series. I'm Nick with the Epic Film Guys. Ho ho ho. It is Christmas Day, so that's why I'm wearing the Santa hat. I don't just wear it all the time. Why would I do that? That wouldn't even make any sense. But I've got so much to show you guys, and I first have to start off with an apology. Last episode, I was supposed to put this poll up in the video so you guys could comment and decide what you wanted to see on the side of the farm, what I should do like with the trapdoors. And then I recorded another part of it a few days later, completely forgetting that I hadn't actually shown you what the building looked like. It only looked like, you know, that one thing. I changed it. I completely changed it, and then it looked like something completely different. So let's get into the game, and I'm going to take you over there, and we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to discuss it before I get any further and show you any of this other fun stuff that I have been working on here in the game. Also do apologize that there was no audio. I'm getting used to these new headphones, which are some nice Studio Regent 2s. And they actually sent them to me to try out for the podcast. And I absolutely love these things. They are Bluetooth. And I didn't have everything set up properly for the speaker part, you know, for the actual headphones, to do Bluetooth, to have OBS record it when I did the episode. So I do apologize for that. But now you guys can definitely hear me jumping up and down on this lantern. Yeah. Ha! Yeah. Ha! See? All right. So you'll see I've got two different options here. I've got two different options. Now this is just some sea lanterns. And you'll see the problem with it is I had that big block of like 6 blocks. And actually it was from that one to that one, you know, of panels. And it just didn't look right. It just did not look right. Like, why? Why? You tell me. Why? But it didn't look right. It just did not look right. So I took that out, and I actually put some sea lanterns in here. Now, I like the accent of white. It pops. It definitely has a brightness. Now, it's night in the game right now, so maybe I'm just seeing a little bit of that with that. And then if we come around here, I did the same thing on this side, but I did it with the oak trapdoors. So again, we're looking at the same basic thing that we already had going. And let's get over on top of this building over here. Let's fly, and let's get over there. There's like these lights. I actually did a live stream on Christmas Day where I did do a little bit of mines and crafting some of those mines, as we love. Now, so you can get a nice, good view of that. I like that too. I like the wood. The wood ties in with all the other wood accents that you see all throughout the game. So I'm leaving it up to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know which you prefer. Head down into the comments. I'm not going to put a poll up, but let me know down in the comments, which do you think looks better, or do you think something else would look better? And let me know, and we'll try out some different things. But I have to admit, I'm probably a little bit partial to the sea lanterns myself, just because it's going to add a pop of brightness there. But I also like the wood because there's a lot of those dark oak accents all over the island, especially we've got the home tree. The home tree is made out of dark oak. Speaking of the home tree, let's head over there, and we're going to take a look at the home tree. And there is a dirt pillar, dirt scaffold right there, and we also have to go out to the ocean monument so we can take a look at our guardian farm, which I have been working on. But we're going to land right over here on top of the farm. Beep. And we're going to take a look over at the home tree, because you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are some more vines growing down, and you can see, look at some leaves hanging down. Now, I really think that this is the last thing that the home tree need. Oh, God. I still haven't learned how to walk properly in this game, and you know how it is. What the... Guys, listen, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I can't. These kelp farms are still not firing off. I did that live stream on Christmas today, as I'm recording this same day. And I talked about it, but with these, I mean, look at these things. Look at the way this kelp is growing. This is so frustrating. So much of this kelp, and this is the same way with a lot of these farms, so much of it is up at the top, but not the middle. This one hasn't grown at all. Why? I don't understand that. I really, really don't understand that. It's just, I don't know. Is it just random and it's just the luck of the draw? None of these things have actually fired off since I finished redoing it. So that's really, really frustrating. Really, really frustrating. But I may build some more of these underneath the existing ones. So they would be under the water, and they'd basically be underneath it. And it would look like two stacked up on top of each other. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. We haven't gotten there. We will get there eventually, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, you can kind of see the tree. You can see some more over here. I went around and I added a bunch of different locations where there were a bunch of leaves all hanging down around the home tree. And yeah, now that I got the conduit power on and it's clearing up the darkness, you can see a lot of that. I really think that was the last piece of the puzzle for this tree. So let's go. Let's fly into it again. Let's take a nice slow approach. And you guys can let me know exactly what you think of the home tree. And morning is coming soon, and then we're going to get to see it in the daylight as well. I really think the tree looks absolutely gorgeous. No! I want to get like better at flying to where I can duck in and out of tight spaces and whatnot, but I think I hit one of the blocks there or something, so I don't know. Let's take a look out at the ocean monument, which I still need to do a bunch of work on, but I extended the road surface out here. If you watched the live stream, you know, but if you did, I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to recap. We extended the road, the concrete, all the way out. We waterlogged it so it is nice and hardened now. And down in the ocean monument, you'll see these nice cyan rugs and these nice black rugs. I wanted it to have a nice kind of cool effect. And you might have noticed we passed by that up there. Right up here. But you see dirt inside of there where there wasn't dirt before. That's because I planted a bunch of kelp in there. Because I'm figuring the reason why this doesn't work is because it must need a lot of water source blocks. And none of that was water source blocks. It was all flowing water. It was all just flowing straight down into the lava. Ow. It was all flowing straight down into the lava where, you know, there were just nothing spawning. No guardian has ever spawned in this thing. So I planted a bunch of kelp. And the idea is to see if we actually get any kind of mob spawns in there. I think it'd be amazing. I think it would be really, really great. Now that brings us to this bad boy. Now this design is going to change slightly. This was only kind of a mock-up for exactly how this thing may come out. And I'm out of rockets officially. But we can kind of take a look at this, especially from the side as we kind of swing around here. And get a better angle on it. There we go. You'll see how it is. Now, it needs to go further over this way and taper up. I want it to come in and taper up more. I don't want it to be so steep so fast. But there it is. It's going to come over like this, and it's going to come further over maybe into this area, and then it's going to swing up. It's going to get steeper. Like maybe this part right here, this middle part right here just needs to go out a little bit further and then go up. So the top of it will end up being like over here somewhere. And the top part of the tower where it all comes together is going to be like a small block area put together, whatever the case may be. You will also see that I have finished all of the pillars and posts that are going to be supporting the tower, which includes this guy right here. And the other ones. Everything is done with all of the stone brick and all of the mixed blocks. Everything's good. We've got purple running up and down the sides of all of them. And the way the tower is going to go is it's still going to be a few blocks of space. There's still going to be air between the kelp farms and between everything else in the ocean and the bottom of the tower. We're going to have lights hanging down from the underneath of it. It's going to be really, really great. It's going to look awesome. But let's take a look down here really quick so you guys can see what I've been working on. Now, this was a nightmare. This was a pain because I had to move a lot of the locations of all of my strip mines to line up with where these towers ended up going in here. This is one of our towers down here. I wanted all these to be connected into a common area. And this is obviously one of them, like so. And then I love this purple running down here. We get in the middle, and then boom. Oh, I wasn't even there. You can head down that way or down that way, and you can go up to either one of the sides. And then, of course, if you want to go up to the main one, then you have to go up here through the door into the main storage room. And then, of course, we've got our water bubble elevators here. And I need to add some bubble elevators in the other ones. There's obviously other work that needs to be done. But I love this. I love the story that it tells. We still have stone as part of all this. You'll see, again, just stone brick, like chiseled, mossy, like all these different blocks. All these different blocks are part of this, but then it's still stone. It's like we're excavating the ruins out of this. And we're just finding all these treasures, like this ancient lost civilization. I love the way that this feels like it tells a story. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I had to dig, and like I said, all these mine shafts had to be moved. Now, most of them weren't too bad to move. Most of them were relatively easy. Unfortunately, one of them was like 400 blocks long. I believe it was this one right here. I had to dig this whole thing and like replace all the blocks. No, it wasn't this one because I didn't use any blocks that weren't. I don't know what one it was, to be honest. I have no idea. I'm like, oh, I think it was this one. I don't know. I have no idea. But either way, one of them was like several hundred blocks long, and I used a bunch of stone, filled in the whole old one, and made a new one, so that way we can have it nice and symmetrical. I want this nice 2-block space. 2 blocks here, and then tunnel. The main tunnel is now 3 blocks. And this is because if you're strip mining in Minecraft, if you're somebody who, you know, wants to do a lot of strip mining, say you want to find a lot of diamonds, this is the way you need to do it. You need to start down on diamond layer, which is level 15, I believe, is where diamonds start. But I'm down on level 11, which is right above the lava layer. And you just want to do every 2 blocks, because when you're in this passageway, you can see everything that's on these blocks. And when you're in this passageway, you can see everything that's on these blocks. So that way no diamonds can hide from you. And you will find literally tons of them. Now, I've got mending on everything. I don't need diamonds for much of anything, so I haven't done a lot of strip mining lately. There's not really much need to. And like, I threw these vines in here. And just, again, I love the way that this looks. Like, the blocks are just bleeding out into here, and it's just like we're digging out these ruins. Maybe some of the ruins have faded over time. You know, so we've only got little bastions, little pieces of kind of the world that was, or maybe the story that this used to tell, or whatever. Like I said, I love to think that maybe the purpur is like, oh, it's like an advanced alien civilization or something. Oh, I never fixed this. I don't have torches on me either. Ugh. We're gonna walk away from that. We're gonna fix it later. Because, yeah, like I said, I need to put bubble vaders in here. I need to make a decision about whether or not those are also going to be full of water or not. Now, I know this one is. This one I left full of water. And then there's kelp growing in there and all sorts of whatever. I will probably follow this motif. Probably, just because they are in the ocean. They are in the water. And that just kind of is what it is. But I have a ton of different prismarine blocks, all my different prismarine and whatnot on me. And we are going to actually kind of start making this design over on the back one over there, because I want to mirror this whole thing, and I'm going to have to reconstruct this just a little bit. So I'm going to take a brief pause, and when we come back, I will have another one of these on the other pillar down there, and I will have another one of these leading up into the middle, and then we can kind of start to make everything else in this island take shape. And we are back. Hello, mob farm that I built ages ago. You're going to start to see something come into view here. I did a little bit more work than I had anticipated in between here. Ooh, yeah, baby. Look at this guy. Look at this thing. So, this actually required a lot more dark prismarine than I was expecting, and I'm still not done with it. I had to go empty out, like, ocean temples and steal a whole bunch of dark prismarine because I still don't have any at all. And actually, to fly out here to the ocean temple really quick, I know I showed you guys this, but I'm still working on getting this to grow up so I can fill that with water source blocks and see if that makes any kind of a difference, and see if maybe I can get legitimately one guardian to spawn over there would be perfect, and then I can actually complete the redstone and just AFK at it and let the hopper mine carts do their thing. But let's take a look at this glorious structure. So this took a lot of time to suss out here exactly where everything was going to go. And first thing we're going to land up here is on the top. Whoop. And I actually decided to do a 2-wide strip going down the sides here. And then there's just a single strip because, again, the pillars are different widths. This one is an even numbered width, and this one is an odd numbered width. Same thing on that side. And then this over here is also even. And I wanted it to kind of have uniformity with the pillars and everything. So that's how I did it. And this was a kind of gradual, I had to rebuild this different thing like 3 different times to kind of get the gradual taper that I wanted. Let's land over here like on the tree, and you can kind of get a better view of it from, ow, don't fall off the tree, please. You can kind of see the way that the taper, it comes in a little bit further, before it starts to taper up. So the majority of this build, like the main like bulk of it, like this bottom floor here, this one big open area, that's going to be the bulk of the tower, and then the rest of it's going to be all smaller rooms, of course, going up top. And over here, I'm still working on the foot over there. But this is the first actual leg of the tower I've actually completed over here. So let me eat some cod. And I think we're going to mix some cyan glass in here as well, just to break this up, because I wanted to incorporate the regular prismarine blocks to break up the prismarine brick, but I still want to break it up a little bit more, and plus we've got some sea lanterns in here. But this thing, number one, this is going to be a pain to replicate over on the other side, and then I haven't even figured out what I'm doing for the actual, like, brace when I get over to the other side. So you'll see here, it kind of comes up in that normal pattern like it was before, and then it just kind of flattens out here, and I added some of the regular prismarine in here, got some of it over here as well, and then the sea lanterns, they kind of track up the middle here, and this basically was, number one, it's aesthetic. I like the way the lights look, but number two, mobs are going to spawn all over the flat blocks in this thing. Like, some of it's slabs they can't spawn on, but a lot of it is not. Like, this is not slabbed, so they can just spawn right on that. Actually, I think those are slabs. These, wait, this isn't slabbed. Some of the blocks are not slabbed, so we need a light source that's not going to be, like, garish. It's not going to look like torches and look like whatever. We're going to be, yeah, we're probably obviously going to have to figure out where it goes, as it goes, how it goes, whatever the case may be. You can also see that my pickaxes are about cooked. This is from emptying out literally 2 ocean temples of all of their dark prismarine to finish off this section here. But then you're going to be able to see what I'm doing here. You come under here, and then we just have slabs, and there's a spine almost of regular prismarine running up into the actual structure. And then this kind of susses out just like that. So it's just meant to kind of be a little foot. Like, if you place this whole thing down, we're going to switch over to me so I can be like this. Like, all 4 feet on all 4 pillars. I'm also wearing different clothes and no Santa hat because I'm recording at a different day. Don't ask questions. This is how things happen in YouTube. So, yeah, basically this is what we had to do in order to get this in here. But I'm super, super happy with this design concept. Now that I've actually got it into place, I think it actually looks really, really nice. And now it's just a matter of replicating this over on the front one, the original pillar that was originally built. And then obviously we need to think of kind of a modified design concept over here for these ones that are a little bit narrower. I'm also not 100% sure how the water pillars are going to come up through, especially these ones, if they even will at all. Like, I really, really haven't decided on any of that just yet. I haven't figured out 100% exactly what that's going to be. You can see this kind of gradually goes up, and then it starts getting steeper, 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 much steeper as it goes up through the thing there. But yeah, I love the way that this looks, and it's just kind of a nice little thing, and then you're going to get up here onto the actual structure itself. So basically I have this just little slab outline, and the slabs are going to go around, and then just a small little wall branching down from that, and then just a little piece that's going to curl underneath. And I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with this. This is only 1 block off of this, which I didn't necessarily want to build it this close, but I also don't really think I had much choice, because I don't want it to have like a ton of space underneath it, but I at least want it to look like there's a little bit of space underneath it. But then again, it may just be this lip here, like this lip here, and I may actually bring this up into the middle here. In the middle, maybe a couple extra blocks off of the ground, like 3 blocks up or something, and the exterior will kind of taper up in as it goes in. I'm going to have blocks and all sorts of things hanging down in here, different things of that nature. But yeah, I just kind of got in a groove, and I just kind of got testing and building and testing and building, and I wanted to see exactly what this thing was going to look like if I conceptualized it like so. And yeah, here it is. This is kind of it, and I'm kind of happy with it. Now, obviously, we've still got to put in all of the prismarine and prismarine brick on the tower structure itself. All of this block pattern is going to continue all the way up through here, all the way up to the top, and it's going to look really jagged, like almost like a jagged mountain of prismarine. But I think that's okay. I think that's going to end up looking really, really good, kind of in the end, I would say. Yeah, I think that's going to look really, really good. But yeah, and this, the cool thing about this is it's just going to look so much different from everything else that's over here. I may play around with, like I said, I like this. It almost does maybe look like it's a little too narrow here on the end though, right? Like, that was the one thing I was thinking of. Like, maybe does this come in too narrow based on how big this structure is going to be? These are going to look like little baby feet. So what if I kind of take this way? And, like, this here meets this here. Like, and this is filled with blocks in this. So it looks like the leg is tapering out. I kind of thought maybe that would be a cool idea, too. But I wanted to get this concept, and then I want to get the build started on it. So that way I could actually... I mean, number one, this has been like this for literally forever. I've built so many other projects and ignored this one. I'm kind of... very happy to finally be kicking it off of the ground here and moving things up off of the ocean floor. I am still going to move ahead with my plan to build more of these kelp farms, and they will, as I said before, they will be down below. So they're going to go way down here. I haven't actually started this yet. So we're going to dig down here into the sand and everything. And then the cool thing is I'm going to be able to put like little supports on these, so they're actually going to look like they're not just floating in the water, which is one of the things about them that has always bugged me. And then there's going to be little supports on the underside of them made out of prismarine blocks and stuff that's going to be propping up the middle piece of the tower here. So the middle piece, like the main chamber, is going to be this huge chamber. And then as we taper up, we're going to get into smaller rooms. And I'm going to have different things like campfires for smoke. So there's going to be some different smoke effects. I was almost thinking maybe it'll be even like kind of a prismarine volcano. In a way, not 100%, but like in a small way, something or another. I don't know 100% what we're going to do just yet. This project is still definitely in its infancy, but like I said, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a progress update. So let me get some more building done here, and I'm going to check back in with you guys in a moment. All right, and we are back here, and let's check out all... I need some rockets, Nick. Hello. Let's check out the work that we've done here. Boom! We got this whole other foot constructed, and you would not believe the number of times that I had to go... I don't need rockets. It's raining out. I can just fly like this. See? Even though, man, this riptide just... It sent you flying. I need to eat something, apparently? Okay. Calm down. Let's fly around our little base here. Fly around. There we go. All right. Now, I still want to try to take this out and broaden this thing out. And maybe, like I said, widen it from maybe that piece to this piece. And just and see what it looks like. I'm going to do a test on one of these legs and just see what it looks like. Just because I still worry that it's going to look a little bit too thin, like when the full structure is here. I mean, you're talking, this is going to be a massive skyscraper of prismarine and everything. I'm really worried that it's going to look like it's too... I don't know. I'm worried it's going to look too whatever. I've also noticed, I do apologize, that some of the laggy, some of the videos get a little bit laggy over in this area. I'm not 100% sure why that is. I'm going to guess just because, like, there's a little, you know, dropper thing down here for the kelp that shoots the kelp across, plus there's kelp growing in there, plus we got the bubble effects for the water elevator, all of these different things, plus it's raining out now apparently. Let's go to sleep. But yeah, oh, I've got so much more stuff to do in this game, so many more things, especially for this project. This is gonna be one of those projects that's gonna stretch out over like a few videos, and it's going to take some time to really realize it to its absolutely full potential. But while I'm heading to bed here, I just wanted to make sure to tell you guys, if you like the channel, if you like the content, please consider tossing a subscribe my way. It's not nighttime, it's just raining apparently. Try to save on you guys with the particle effects, and it makes for videos that are not quite as good. But whatever, it's just gonna have to be what it is. But yeah, if you like the videos, if you like the content on the channel here, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, let YouTube know that you really like the content and you want to see more of it. And if you would so... words are hard for me right now. If you be so inclined, please get that bell on. Get that bell on. Ring that bell. I would really appreciate it. And that way you'll be notified whenever I post new video content, which this video hopefully is actually going to drop a little bit early for you guys, and then we'll have another new episode on Wednesday. I've just been cranking away at some of these projects and whatnot, and I'm really excited to get more of this tower done. I'm really kind of actually super excited that I finally started building this. Is my elytra not activated? There it goes. There it goes. Ooh, there's the top of that mob farm. If you guys didn't watch the World Tour video, this was a mob farm. I followed a design that I found somewhere online, built a mob farm specific for Bedrock Edition, built it here, and it has never worked. Just literally, it's useless. It's just a big box floating in the sky with all this glass and this little island here and this little water elevator that comes all the way up here. It's just kind of useless. So I'm really sorry about that. This, however, is not useless. Look at this beautiful bad boy. Oh, I can't wait to get more of this tower built. I think in the next episode, we're really going to start working on the verticality. And we're really going to start getting the blocks in place to get this thing built up. Ow. Can you not? I've also got to work on these other kelp farms at some point. I'm really not sure how I'm going to build them conceptually. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to build a big dirt box, remove the water from it. I don't even know. I really don't know. I don't necessarily want to remove all the water, though, because it's going to be such a pain. But I do have to at least remove the water for the redstone circuitry and things like that. I don't even know. Let's not ask questions. But we need more kelp, obviously, coming into the kelp farm. I mean, that is just gold standard. We just know that. And look at this. Some of my vines have reached the ground. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, to be 100% honest. Like, some of these vines are just attached like to the front of the leaf structure here on the tree, and they just go all the way down, which I think looks okay. But and one of the things that I like the most is it adds a little bit of splash of color in, and it kind of obscures the way the leaves are against the trunk of the tree. Like, I don't think it needs to be super out there, but it's at least better than that, I think. But anyway, this took me so many times. I had to go over to the other one, and I had to look and see what I was doing over there like 50,000 times. Forever. And I kind of just ended up reconstructing this block by block, row by row, to make sure I got all this in here. And then this is actually working out pretty good. This is the top. Oh, I didn't mean to go in that. Oh, well, whatever. But, yeah, so the slab actually holds the water source block in place so it doesn't flow out, which is really, really nice. I'm kind of really, really glad for that, because I was really super concerned that that was going to be an issue. I don't know if that was on my face the whole time. If it was, I heartily apologize. But yeah, I don't have a stream monitor here or like a recording monitor, so I can see what I'm doing while I do it. I just kind of have to go on faith, but it is what it is. And we're going to just, like I said, I think the next episode we're going to work on the verticality of this tower. We may work some on these kelp farms, the new kelp farms that we're going to be constructing down below, to add some more kelp farms in. And we may work on something else. I don't know. I don't like giving you guys an idea or an expectation of, hey, we're going to work on this, because I never know what's going to strike me when I log in. Like, sometimes I log in and I'm just like, I just kind of want to do administrative type stuff, which is what I call, like, going to all the farms, replenishing the fuel in the smelter systems, and, you know, harvesting the farms, replanting the farms, doing all that kind of stuff that would just be really boring to watch on camera. And like I said, I don't necessarily know. Sometimes I just want to do that because I just want, like, a nice thing where I can turn my brain off and just do nothing. I'm really, really wanting this to grow more. It's grown up some. It's grown up pretty considerably, actually. Let's go up this way, please and thank you. There we go. But yeah, this is just looking so nice. Yeah, I'm going to get on top of the cactus farm here, actually. And we're going to look at it from, oh, God. Riptide just, man. Riptide's an, oh, God. That was almost really bad. Oh, here we go. All right. Take a little bit of damage. It is what it is. Look at that. This is going to look so amazing when it is done. I want to get some more splashes of dark prismarine somewhere in this, especially around that central base area and whatnot. The problem is this dark prismarine is slow to come by, and I really should have maybe focused on my guardian farm a little bit more earlier on and tried to get this thing up and running and tried to get this thing fixed. All I want is one section of this to spawn guardians, and then I can have my hopper mine carts be running, and I can AFK at the farm overnight and hopefully build up some good prismarine shards, because there's not, if you've ever gone to an ocean temple and if you've ever cleared it out, there's not a lot of dark prismarine in an ocean temple. I mean, there's some. Like, one of the ones I found had 2 sponge rooms in it right next to each other, and those are surrounded by dark prismarine, so those are pretty nice. So it's really, really cool. And then the little gold vault that's in them also has some dark prismarine, but it's just not a lot, but I do like that kind of like dark strip of dark prismarine is just kind of inset. You know what I really wish is you could take regular prismarine or prismarine brick and somehow turn it into dark prismarine, like with some black dye or whatever. Like, I just went out, like when I was working on the farm, especially when I was working on this area over here, and see, you can see the light that I added in here. Now that it's getting dark outside, you can see the light that I added in here, and I think this actually adds a really nice element to it. And it just makes this thing pop. So when you come into this area, you're going to see these lights surrounding the central structure, and it's going to look really, really good. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do underneath here. I think I may taper this in. Like, this may come over like a couple of blocks, so there's like an outer rim, and then it may taper up or whatever. I haven't decided yet. We're going to have to play with some concepts. This whole building is very, very kind of concept driven, kind of idea driven. Like, we're going to just take it one step at a time and see how it goes and see how everything kind of works out and see how everything kind of comes together. But I think that is a really, really, really good start to this whole bunch of nonsense for now. So that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the Epic Film Guys podcast if you haven't. If you haven't, I'll know. I'll watch. I'll get you. I like that the camera, like, because the block moves away from it, like pulls out of the way. But yeah, I really, really appreciate everybody checking out the channel. Remember, live stream for the cure number 4, May 28th through May 31st. We're going to raise $10,000 for cancer research. Yeah, baby. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to have a ton of amazing guests. I'm going to start working on that really, really hard in the next few months, and publishing regular content over here on the YouTube channel as well. So until then, thank you very, very much. Like, subscribe, and get that bell on. There you go. Get that bell on, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much out there, everybody, for watching. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.